All right.
Here we go back when you're ready.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. You know what? There will come a day when we will either rude, that's French for not like it, all this knowledge, or we will come a day when it's spot on, covered our ass so well.
Probably say, I wish you wouldn't have written so many notes.
Okay. All right, let us start at 8:05, okay? So, call to order at 8:05. Everybody's got a copy of the agenda that needs it for Summit Township, right? I look out there to an energetic group. Very good. We are all here. As far as the roll call goes, and each one of us, they have an agenda. This is a regularly scheduled board meeting. And the reason that's important, John, is because next month is budget meeting and annual meeting. And so all the other meetings are either regular meetings or some kind of special thing, and you have to designate that according to the state of Nebraska. So it's a regular meeting. All right. So let's take a quick scan at the minutes.
Does anybody need minutes that wants them? I have one more copy. Okay.
All right.
Just wanted to make sure.
Okay.
And then how much did we put in the?
All right.
Oh, wow, so we're 418, okay. Okay. That's good, okay.
Funny good there.
Yeah.
And did it show what we're getting on our?
Yeah, did it show that again? We could guess, but a lot of times we didn't see it.
Oh yeah, interest earned on statement right here. Look at that. Just by changing that, we made 529. 3 point. There's nothing to.
No,
This paragraph right here.
It's not
Frank and I went to the FEMA meeting.
Yep.
The takeaway from that was, is you were gonna ask
It's
that
okay.
lady,
You
did
just
you
started
make
that
any
statement.
progress on
I asked her and she's looking into it because she
Thank you.
knows, ones that are in another state. She doesn't know Nebraska ones, so she's trying to find out.
Excellent. That was just me following up on that.
Oh, no
All
problem.
right, thank you.
Yep.
Let's see. Bids for emergency snow removal?
I just kept moving that forward and see how much you know what you have to yourself.
No, I haven't figured anything out yet.
Right, next meeting or two.
Yeah, we'll start.
I'm gonna call Cavani today, cause they said they wanna do it, but they.
Shut off.
Right.
Next meeting is what?
Just out of curiosity, Frank, that manual shut off that they have for this, is it a unique valve or does the fire department have access?
Yeah, yeah, and I kinda know, I don't wanna, like.
All I did was they had
Well, everyone should be similar, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah, okay.
along the route.
Okay,
Who's that?
And that's only if.
I'm just gonna put that in here.
right, that's a good idea.
Okay. Curiosity.
Yeah, that's.
I would think a fire marshal would be keenly interested.
Township.
And
I think they probably had it covered.
yeah, and a disaster.
And I know they met with fire department, to find out what was discussed.
I just bet you that's the way it is.
Good, how are you?
Are you this township or this?
See, all right.
Then you're supposed to be. Sam's never gonna follow.
Okay, seconded date, the next regular meeting is at 8/7, that's today, and the annual meeting, budget meeting set for 9/5, budget meeting date. So, Craig, Jesse, the budget meeting and annual meeting for next month, okay? You'll see that it's not on our typical Wednesday. It got moved to a Thursday, all right? Because you guys regularly attend, I wanted you to know
And then
that.
you could just,
All right.
if you have to use it.
All right.
You know,
That was
you
because
should
they,
say
That,
mileage,
the
wasn't done by the
bookkeepers,
description, you know, whatever. and
They
then
said they
there's,
can't.
Date and.
they take it right to the last day and they can provide documentation, and the day before included that last day. hence the next day. All right? Thank you.
It should be a
All right, I'm good with the minutes.
Well, that's the way they're written, yeah.
Frank, you're okay with that?
Okay, Township having John.
Lance, you don't see anything?
I'm not done, but
Shane
yeah,
brought it up.
Okay.
so
fair
far,
enough. Fair enough. All right, so we're at that point. Okay.
That's all the old business.
What's your guys' thought on?
Okay, we're at the item number 5 on the agenda, everybody. Summit Township patron input. And at this particular moment, I don't see any reason why we need to reorder anything. And we've made a provision,
Yeah,
no,
big thing, it'll be a timely manner.
So I just wanna make you guys aware, that's legislative 42.
Did you talk to Randy anything about what happened and stuff?
I haven't talked to him yet.
I don't, I think it's
Okay.
right for us to talk to them about.
Yeah, probably.
I'm not public to speak at any public meeting.
okay.
Well, we acknowledge that. You can't
Okay,
vote,
you put it on the agenda.
but you can,
See
you
if we
can
can
talk.
do our own.
That just went into
Yeah,
effect.
give us-
Yeah.
You
We
can't stop.
acknowledge that anybody can have an input, yes.
Okay.
That's what we're doing. So does Johnson, is there a little cost difference if Johnson also?
Okay, stop. All right, here we go. So, what I would like to do,
They got the tax
is-
dollars and that's, they're getting
Lance,
paid
do you
for
have
it all
anything
for us.
from a patron point of view?
would like on the operator, the machine minutes,
Today, yeah.
can
That was
you
how long? I
give
thought-
me like a map of what Summit B actually is?
Sure,
Yeah.
I would,
sure,
that would, yeah,
Sure.
help clarify some of it, and
absolutely.
the time,
Yeah.
the time on, somebody needs to adjust the time on the clock, on the machine,
So we could put that on the.
Time on the clock on the machine.
yeah, when you're, on your hours.
Yeah, and maybe not next.
Machine's not running, I guess I haven't seen them out at 1 in the
Get it
morning
done during the winter time.
maintaining
We'll push
roads.
for that,
Yeah.
Shane, then, so.
If you look at the time clock on the machine,
That was this winter.
from your minutes,
I was gonna say
this is
that,
this was June,
No.
said you were out, said you were
I'd
out,
have to look at it, I wasn't out of concern.
Fair
like,
enough.
most of the day,
We'll look at it.
shouldn't be that tough to,
Oh, no, we'll look at it.
all GPS.
I was gonna
Yeah.
say,
It'd be to them, it ain't
Yeah.
nothing we did.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just-
no, but it probably just needs
Something
clock
happened.
adjusted, yeah, on the GPS, I would say.
All right,
Is that that one that's getting beat up? You
Jesse?
talked
Copy.
Okay.
All right, here we go.
At
At that point, John, what I'd like to do is now
Yeah.
turn our time towards you because I know you have
Well, I
a
tried to keep the
presentation
water in here.
that you'd like to put forward an
Oh, it needs to
idea.
be dug
and
out.
whatnot.
No, just the energy cut.
So does everybody
But the ditch needs to be
understand,
cleaned
has
out.
this as a
It
knowledge?
comes out of that field.
John and I
There
have
got squash.
background phone
Water had no
conversations.
flexibility.
Now, what does that mean?
So
That
blows
means
out the
he agreed to
refrigerator.
hire a lawyer and the
If
board
the-
agreed to
if-
hire a lawyer,
Hi, Sam.
all right? That was the
I
background.
heard you.
The background then
New member.
was, okay, this is
If,
Summit Township's
if the
board's
road, if the
position,
ditches were
and
cleaned out,
this is John's
right there,
position.
I would have to look at it, but if the ditches
No
were cleaned
agreement,
out,
knowing,
would that help the situation?
no
Well,
agreement
well,
has
Culvert
been
is still
crafted.
smashed down.
Yeah.
And
So now
that
when
was
they got
done
to
by
get a big
mutual
runoff,
agreement.
They can't go
I didn't
there, so
care,
then
so that was
we
my
end up with the
mutual
ditch
part
full
of
of
it.
that. And the
John
culvert
said,
over
I'd
here.
rather come and make a
So if he runs his
presentation.
culvert.
So it has to be a
somebody doing it.
combination,
And
a
then we
culvert
will
and
draft
the ditch you need to.
Said agreement.
water out of the field runs.
I don't
past the
care.
culvert, comes in over
He's
here,
always
and
known
it
what
has
the position of the
90
board is,
Come back.
and I've always had an idea of what
Before
he
the
was
culvert's
working
over,
They
on.
were
Does
taking
that seem like a
34
fair
and
summary?
what?
Sorry, guys,
Fair summary, all right. So, now you know what's going on in the background, et cetera, okay? Does that elicit any detailed
A
question
little
from either
word,
of
I
you two
found the
patrons?
issue, and I
Okay.
put it in my
Is that
minutes last.
anything here?
that's not,
Okay.
You
You're on.
gotta,
He talked
you gotta remember, you got another patron here.
Well, yeah, yes.
And I talked to issue.
Any questions about the phone conversation
All
summary
of
that just,
off and said
that's the only
they
part
had
that's,
years and it
that's
could
in
be
question now?
Not yet.
Okay, all right, fine. So as far as I'm concerned, the summary
Yeah, I
that
mean,
you gave,
you
the
know, like,
phone
what the-
conversation
Like,
is
do we need to
done
go to
and
the
it's
county board meeting and
completed,
say,
okay? All right.
what can we do?
John.
What can we do?
Okay, so,
What can we do? What, you know?
John
bad
Prospect,
for somebody, you know,
bought that Miller, we call it Miller Tower property, right?
And this was just for.
So, our plan right now is, we're gonna build, this fall, we're gonna build like a house or a bunch of.
Because Steve got mine over there, but that one.
Okay, is everybody hearing what's going on here?
And Wayne Schultz.
Now that has to.
Yeah, so we're gonna build barn dominium here,
So I cut that over.
and this is where Ellen lives. And this, I don't know, it's probably what, 3/4 of a mile? Half a mile maybe?
This is a mile. This is the mile line right here.
Yeah, so from here, from basically from Ellen's house to this entrance, that's kind of what we're talking about. So earlier we talked, I talked to Randy Bishop, right? And so the county said they're gonna go ahead and develop the road. Well, of course, I talked to them earlier, like 2 weeks ago, and they don't have time. So my ask is that
There's 100 feet, and it'll make
we
that
can
long.
develop it and build a driveway in there, rock it, and we should get access into that property. And I met with both of those men, Mr. Lance and Mr. Ostos today, and we walked through it. And so that's kind of our ask, is to be able to go do that. And then, like we talked before, I would maintain it, I would read snow, I would take liability or whatever I need to do. So if it's okay with everybody, then we would have to have some agreement on.
Yeah, I know you gotta do that.
So,
That was actually our first, I think when we talked, yeah, that was kind of the first.
Yeah.
Yeah, Randy got it.
Then Randy got it.
We're gonna go do that.
I never got all
Okay,
that,
well,
but I don't have any agreement. And now it's not
so what I would propose, people don't work is John's lawyer draft the necessary documents to reflect his desire to do the maintaining, et cetera, and establish.
You know, because this is what we get, you know what I mean? Like, we need to continue
Now,
on, it's not.
I can tell you the legal line that I want to.
Is that wrong, to get it
Just pass ballots,
Right.
mailbox.
Stop Randy then.
I don't mean it's bad or wrong.
No, no,
Ask
no.
questions.
Right,
So,
right.
And
We need to,
That's
Don't raise your
that's
voice.
where our
Be
language
like,
just stops now.
We're just, yeah, we're just gonna ask questions.
So
Ask questions. And listen.
we'll let that
And I
detail
don't
work out in
know,
the
we
document.
can find out whenever I make.
We will
I will
assume,
make a motion that we get together.
we will assume, Summit Township will assume
Voice
responsibility
our questions.
when the road is
Just taking out
properly
ditches.
prepared
What
by
copy
the county.
Right,
And
if that ever happens.
If that ever
And I need to
happens,
get the date
if it
from
does
you
not
before we
happen,
go there and we.
Correct.
then this agreement stands in lieu of
Right.
that, and it is your responsibility.
So,
We agree with
sound
that.
like a second?
So, your lawyer knows who to talk to, as far as our lawyer.
Yeah, they talked already.
Yeah, so, and our lawyer knows what our position is, so that ought to get drafted.
Okay.
We ought to have something to be able to sign up with them, and just make it real.
Okay, great.
Alright?
No,
That's what we
So
intend to do,
I
Joe.
think originally, our lawyer said that like the township would still have like
Julie
not
Ryder, she's
control,
like, she's always running it.
we wouldn't be able to
Yeah.
handle
Yeah.
it, give it to you, the use of it.
I don't know.
Right.
I
She
think
swears she's the chairman there.
it wouldn't be like we running.
Everybody's watching her.
Right, it's not our property,
Yeah,
we just,
yeah.
we would have access.
Yes, yes, yeah.
And the ability to maintain
And
it.
the responsibilities, et cetera.
Right.
Either way.
And we will let those two gentlemen, first state law,
Digging
codify
ditches
that in
and
language.
Gravel.
And that's only two things I feel like we should bring up.
Right.
Perfect.
Just-
Now, the work's actually gonna be done probably in the next 3 weeks, so it might be.
Because if we can take care of the problem and not have Johnson, that
Okay.
would be
We'll,
good.
we'll.
And if we can't, we gotta go with it.
Well, otherwise they'll run out of time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, they can't keep up.
Okay?
And then
Works for me.
you know, then they went to the worst
Works
spot
for me.
first.
Good?
yeah, I think we would have been on board if the county wouldn't
I
have
know.
cut it.
When I called Randy.
I know.
They got two trucks, but one.
We already had the deal figured out, and the county kind of.
It'd help if they would.
That's okay.
That's where it's at.
Well, then-
John,
Thank you.
I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Alright. Okay,
But yeah, that's, yeah.
any questions?
Do you have any information that shows
So we'll follow up on that.
what actually exists there?
What actually,
there.
you mean here in this meeting, what actually exists there as a road?
There. Yep,
That's our west fence line. Where it is, where it starts.
See, I don't know how far back it goes.
get an easement to get in there, cause that's
We
a really nice
So all
flat
that
area in
whole
our whole
man,
pasture.
stop
Where
this
does
direction.
swings,
Really, never did
they
go
have the
back.
land over in swings?
That's my stepdad, yeah.
So that's, okay, so that's,
There it is.
that's the property.
Yep.
If you use
clearing all the
use
cedars
the
right now
definition
for
of
a
the word road,
forestry
that
contract.
does not exist past
So
the
my
mailbox.
goal is to
Okay.
get ours done and
If you
go
use
solicit all the neighbors and see,
definition of, is there
because
a
the
path
government
that
pretty much pays for all
could
this.
transit?
You know where Jones.
It's right across the
They're
representation.
thinking about
The answer is
getting
yes,
rid of
there
that
is a
program.
path that can happen, it has
Yeah,
happened
there's
for
more junk
decades
in here.
to
That's
get
all that
back
shit in.
to the access.
If they
road.
continue
Yeah,
it,
there you go,
they'll
yeah.
pay
Whether
for
it
it
be
to remove
cutters
it.
or really whatever.
Yeah, both stuck in there.
But that's all that exists there.
This page right at the.
Oh,
yeah.
And it hasn't been
Trees are growing
gravelled
out to
or
where the road's
otherwise
starting to sag.
messed with or
He
maintained.
needs to get, we should
And
send
the first time
maybe make a.
the first time
You need to drive by.
Oh, I've been
ever
past
even got on
it.
a minimum
But- and
maintenance
then,
road was when the house got built back then, the mailbox put in, and Randy put gravel down.
That should be his responsibility.
Well, and Spiker wanted to know if he could get a
So
driveway
that's
extended
how
or
that
some way
happened.
with whoever's next to it, so he
So,
can get in and out.
I don't even know if the status of the road has been changed in the state of Nebraska.
I know, it's
What all maintenance to
By
it.
the way, how about the first one, cause I lost you guys a bit.
To his house?
Where's
Yeah.
the other names?
Oh.
The first guy we were talking about just
So,
now.
I don't even know.
Yeah.
Oh, Randy?
Yeah, Randy, yeah,
Anyway, so
and that's in Old West College.
I didn't see any reason to take the minimum,
I
just put it
some
in-
township
put it in
didn't
there,
see any
we'll-
reason to take the
we'll
minimum
discuss
maintenance
it.
road part of it out of there because
Yeah,
that was
we can
kind
send
of
it, just
a
send
sign
it.
to everybody.
I wanna see it personally.
Don't
before
turn
I
and come
make
down.
it.
Oh,
Yeah.
you go past,
I wanna see
you
it.
go past.
It'll stay in
Hospital,
place until we
turn
get
the corner, Hill
some
Station,
instruction
go past,
otherwise.
The new buildings at Jones's.
Randy, you're not.
Was that an
you're
answer to
right
the
away,
question?
right?
Yep.
Not really.
Well, then what question were
That stuff
you
we get for-
asking?
Like the legal description of the road, right?
No, well, this like,
Oh, yeah.
how far that road went
How
back.
far does
Guys,
it
gotta be
back? See,
careful.
I don't know for
You know,
sure.
since there's that other mile
No, there's a
road that
lot of
doesn't
shit around
exist.
town.
That's right.
How that gets closed,
Should anything be in the?
there's like no
I don't think
documentation on
anything
that.
should, but if we have to hammer on.
That-
Well, like that right there, if I go by with a
In
snowball.
my 40 years,
You know,
okay,
I mean,
that road has always
But you're
turned
gonna
in
buy it, if you're gonna
right
buy
there
it off,
at
you
the
gotta
fence
do it.
line.
it's on the road.
This is pretty straight.
It's
Yeah.
north end,
Oh, yeah.
is that fence line.
We'll start at like 15
That's
feet.
where it's always turning in.
Eventually.
Right? It never went through.
Everything about
I-
Iowa.
I can't say in my lifetime I've ever seen
Yeah, John's fire.
that gone straight through, but when you get over the hill, there's a path down through there. Where it was, at one time, it was a they called, if you look in a flat book, it was called a wagon road.
Oh.
Like that entire 38 road was a wagon road.
Yeah,
Like,
We were looking at an old plat book
Yeah.
that it switches, I guess never paid attention where, but at some point it switches from, what was it called? A route,
so
in
like
an old plow book,
to
and then it switched to a wagon road,
Yeah.
whatever the heck.
1908 or something.
Cause he has to back up or some shit.
Well, I'm perfectly
Was there
comfortable.
any, have you gotten the deed, was there anything ever in the deed
For
Yeah.
access?
on that road, like anything in relation to that? No.
No.
Okay.
No, other than when I talked to Isham, he said that
Before we try to get out.
there are markers there. There was,
Any emergencies?
at one point, there
We're
were
just gonna
markers
follow
out
up
there.
report again. I was gonna try something.
I don't
I'll try to
You know it always ends where it ends, and
Yeah.
I'd like to keep it that way. I'm sure
yeah,
you'd like
I've never seen actual vehicles. I mean, Wilbur used to go back to his tanks
Sure.
to the north side of that, just through the pasture when it was pasture,
But now you own it all from that point, right?
to the
Nobody
west.
needs
To the
access.
West.
Yeah.
No one needs access.
No.
Yeah.
Well, other than, I mean,
I think it'd be accessible.
Alan needs, Alan needs
Other than Alan, yeah.
Alan needs
Yeah.
access, and I
Yeah.
need access, that's about
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Last meeting, so if he didn't do it.
Okay.
If he didn't do it.
I don't see any difficulties.
If he wants to do it, I don't care.
If you do, Alan, by all means, bring them to our attention, but I don't see any difficulty.
No, me and John talked, his plan sounds good to me.
Oh, okay, all
As long as we
right.
don't get the county in
New
there.
one from.
Yeah,
Yeah, we'll try to keep the county out of that.
Yeah,
That's our goal.
We
Oh, it automatically renews?
Yeah.
we will come,
We can,
we
we
will
got
have
sign
an agreement in place
They just
that-
take and adjust the road.
that isn't going to
What if we
change
don't
the
want to do it?
status quo per se, all
Well,
right?
that's your call, Bob.
And,
I don't know.
But that's in
I
place,
keep
the
doing it.
county comes
Never
in
problems
and
with
turns it into a real road and gets it rocked, and gets it set up so that it's supposed to be able to have vehicles on it. Then some of the township's gonna have to
But
figure out a
it's
way
voted on, or it's?
to maintain that road.
Well, this is
Just like,
the agreement
just like we
whether
do
we have to
37
sign.
road now that
Yeah.
they've
We have to
rebuilt it
agree.
and everything.
Yeah.
Is there any way to stop him if he gets it done before they worry about it?
Do what now?
Is there any way to stop him if he gets it done before?
The road's out.
I
Oh.
really don't think they will go down.
No,
Would be,
they won't, no,
So he
We can't get him to do a road, we
look
can't
at
do
it.
it.
Well, yeah, I know that we talking about Randy. I talked to Randy this morning, and he said there was no way he was gonna get to it.
Half, 3/4.
Well, I think if this turns out all right, we're just saying, we don't want it to ever be.
Right, but I mean, I called him this morning,
That's on the other
I figured
side
this
of
was
the
gonna be
road.
brought up tonight, and sorry, I was over here,
That's
but,
right.
he said that it wasn't,
A road
he wasn't
south,
gonna get to it this year, because with the flooding and the bridges, they got, stuff, culverts, they gotta replace it.
Yeah, which we're all good with him not ever doing it.
Yeah.
But I still think though,
We've been doing anyway.
is it county road back to there?
It doesn't make any difference.
Well, but it'll still have to, he'll have to have the right of ways marked by the county, the 66.
If he does something.
Where it is.
I mean, you're gonna have to have the county come in and survey it and tell you where the roads needs to be in the ditches.
That's annex.
Cause I think it's still
To the-
considered
to
county,
the-
cause he said it's county road all the
Yeah.
way back there, he looked it up on the.
What do you wanna call it?
It is-
Reuse.
Who wrote
But it
this?
says it's, according to what he's looking at, what the county surveyor says that wagon road goes all the way through Alexis Township, so it's a joke.
Well, it must have, one time it must have went through, and then it got.
It was
but
a bunch of
never-
black lines on a map that never went through.
I know, but I'm just going by what he was telling me in the paperwork, it was never
Yeah.
officially closed. So it's still considered.
When Alan built his house
State
back there,
statute would not let you do it.
when Alan built his house back there, Randy called me as well and asked if that's fine with me to leave that closed because no one else needed access at the time. I'm
No,
like,
that's
yeah,
fine
it's fine.
because-
He's like, we consider it not even a road.
Yeah.
It'd be
So-
no different path than me,
And that's
me and
whatever.
you owning, farming together, owning all
We're
this
in
equipment.
agreement,
And I
the
take that combine
township
and
is
go
in
over
agreement
combine
on
and they
maintenance
keep all mine.
issues, winter clearance and all that
Well,
stuff.
we're getting.
And that's
Why
all
wouldn't you
I
wanna
care
take it?
about
It's-
until
it's
something
free
changes,
promotion.
and that something
Yes,
has to be the
$4,000
county
a
has to
mile.
come
You're
in
not
and
following
get
it, Pat.
involved.
You're not following.
My guess is,
How about you and me own a combine,
interested
right?
parties
Okay.
Together, we'll
Don't-
farm together.
Right. Well, that ain't what's
turn
happening.
into a
We got
squeaky
one grader.
wheel on it,
Now
it's
listen,
not going to get.
Who pays for that grader?
Alright,
And I
Who pays
think
for the
once we
fuel?
have the
Who pays for the
lawyer
labor?
agreements,
We're paying.
the township
And
has
who's
to
paying
say
the other half?
so. The county can
The
override
township,
this,
the other
but
township.
it's
And who's
usually
getting money?
considered pretty
Well, we already
boring
did
to
that way
override.
last year.
That's my point.
I mean,
They
they
don't have a problem.
That's
but
not-
why would
They
they?
didn't
Well, that was my question, if the two lawyers have an agreement, does it stand?
And the other thing
or-
is.
It stands for
we're
the
supposed to
township,
eventually
says this is
be
what we
dividing
do.
ours up,
Right.
so that's-
So what
We're
you're
happy
saying
with
is
it.
typically the county will come in and,
50-50.
They should.
Override,
They-
unless
They can,
there's some
They have one
precedent.
in their township or
but,
one out
yeah,
there.
they should stay away
That's
from
what I'm
that as
saying.
far as they
Right
No, and I think
now,
Randy, if we just told Randy
one
no.
operator,
I don't
one
think Randy will have a problem with you doing it, it just, I mean, I think you just gotta have,
Right.
you know, they'll come out and mark the right of way, so you're not digging out in somebody's field,
Yeah,
actually.
we're not. We're
No,
gonna-
and I know,
We're
I'm
gonna
just
make
saying
it
that's, that, this way everybody's.
Just a gravel, little gravel
That
path.
makes
I'm
zero
just-
sense to me.
You know, I'm just gonna state it this way, but if you don't wanna get along with your neighbors,
That sounds good.
we're the
If I've
township
done
and the city.
two lawyers are gonna put an agreement together, we're gonna have that agreement in an open meeting format.
And that's
We're
what
getting
it is,
paid-
but
we're
getting
getting
along
paid
with
good money,
them being
okay?
able to maintain
That's where
our
we're at.
own road.
Alright, thank you very
And
much.
as long as you feel comfortable,
You know, you hadn't been out
You
here.
have to sign.
Charlie, you hadn't been out. I've been
Yeah, I think
here
it's fine with us.
3 years.
Yeah, we don't have.
You hadn't been out here when we
Yeah,
had
and we'll,
it.
I'll get with
2
them
weeks to get out
tomorrow.
because of
and we'll
snowstorm.
start the ball.
And we had one grader
Fine.
for two
Good deal.
townships, same
Thank
thing,
you.
just the way it was.
Okay.
The city
Good
wanted
enough.
all this around.
Thank you, appreciate it, appreciate it.
But we used to grade it.
Okey doke.
That's what I'm saying, we graded it anyway. Well, then why don't we give it back to the county then,
That
too?
matters.
Why are we taking the county road? Why are we not, why are we just, let's give that back to them, let's lose the money there that we pay in it.
Pat?
We're getting over $10,000 for those miles, just give it back to them, let the county have it. Let them grade
Your
it.
daughter's
You know, we got
giving
shit
me the,
road.
take it easy, Pat sign. Your daughter's giving me that sign right over there. She's saying, take it easy, Dad. All right.
Give him the pillow.
All right, no, I,
Hey, you hear about heart attack? No.
all right. So, we're done. You guys can all leave, stick around. We're fixing to do all the
Well,
county
get in
business.
business.
That's what we're gonna
Get
do.
in
Thank you.
business. You can get in touch with
And
us
being
anytime.
friends, being friends,
Yeah.
and I love being friends and doing business.
Sounds good.
But you're talking about being a good neighbor to the city.
You're getting paid for it.
I know, but it's, we
And if we
can't.
pay, and if we pay the county, $1,500 a mile, they did it for us. We're getting $4,000 for it. And you don't wanna do it, and we were doing the same miles anyway.
It's not, it can't be.
Well, we'll check that.
Just have a true up somewhere.
So you're telling the taxpayers to
Time
go
next year, but we'll be
That's what you tell them.
I'm
We can
telling
make
taxpayers
some.
if we have less miles of road to travel
You,
with one maintainer between two townships,
Yeah.
that's gonna better both.
Yeah.
Shane, how many gets in, but on this, what do you think?
Is that really needs to be?
I'm not gonna say,
a good time?
I can't say it, it's not mine.
You work for both
I mean,
townships.
But I'm just saying, is there
I
an
mean,
issue?
the only thing I can say is Chris Crozier and me have a good relationship. If he
Right.
calls me and says, can you come do it? And I say, no, I'm busy, I'm doing another road, I can't be there today. Or, you know, and then if he does it, then usually when I'm up in the area, I say, I'm up in the area, just, you know, I'm gonna hit it, and he'll go, okay, fine, or he'll say, oh, I hit it the other day, don't worry about it. I mean, otherwise, I mean,
So they have the ability to do it.
Yes,
yeah.
but it's just helping out. It's not really doing it all the time, it's just helping out.
Well, I
That's all.
think we should not sign this right away. We should think more about like on Ace Fairgrounds, he stops the half mile, rather than turning around there, he can go all the way to the Fairgrounds Road and turn around and come back.
Exactly, all the way
That
to the
makes
railroad
more
track.
sense.
Can I poke in 2 cents?
What do you got?
For what reason, did you guys take back Fairgrounds Road, 36th Road, the one that the county was doing? I know you're paying them to
Swing
do it,
around here.
but that's the highest county
Township
road.
force here, okay?
Because it was worth the shit. He's got it in better shape now than it's ever been in the last.
But that takes a lot of time, that takes a
Well,
lot of
yeah.
traffic, you know, and that takes a lot of time off of our
With
roads.
regards
All
to
we
our
ever get is the
machines,
first
our
thing dragging
pickup
behind
truck,
a
our
tractor
tractors,
trailer.
our building, all
We got
kinds of
grass
stuff.
growing
Is there
in it. We're gonna
anything
start
going
that
on
to
there?
do it.
Everything's good right now.
I'm just wondering, yeah,
I got the
I'm a taxpayer too, I'm just wondering if it shouldn't go back to the way it was, you know, either separate or give it back to the county or whatever.
But no, go back to the county, they have nobody. The county don't wanna do it, so.
building wise is alright.
That's why we kind of agreed to do it, it wasn't that much.
36
When we
road,
went and looked at it that day.
No, that could go back to the county, but
would they even take
We
it
brought
back?
it home.
Maybe not.
I don't know,
They
they might
might
take it
go.
back. But
That
you wanna
might
have,
go-
you wanna have like A Street is on Fairgrounds, you got at least one road that's good now.
Two batteries and.
A Street's not, no pride and joy.
It's
Well, I don't know, I can't even tell the difference, yeah, so they're both, not the most wonderful in the world.
Two?
No, we expect, you get a lot of traffic.
Right,
Oh,
yeah.
and then we put one in the.
Some of that.
The water system, the roads, you know,
Yeah, we got the bill, so that's.
the roads get wider and wider.
Yeah,
That's
it's weird,
weird.
it's great up, it would be up there.
Because it stayed up.
And the roads weren't built for.
No, I had to go get a new, I went to put
Oh.
it on and I broke.
Oh, the chicken.
Oh.
Okay.
The deal was
Just
just,
figured out.
so I don't have the positive.
But being plants can't get worse.
I just went.
I just think, can we table this,
South.
we table it and bring it back to the next meeting?
It's off to the auction.
Yeah, we need
Will
to
be.
follow this meeting, I want.
Well, Frank got here.
What the hell, do we bring in this contract to our meeting right now and say, sign it? This is the first time I've seen this thing.
You know, and then.
Like, I don't even do anything?
So hopefully next week.
When was it, sent?
It was actually.
Well, I got the intent, but I
have a
haven't
strategy because.
Well, because of that reason, I need to, I'm not, I just got this, I just got it. I need to
You
review
got
this.
it, you done.
Definitely a strategy.
I can't just hit it and
I
everything.
don't think it matters when we take it up there.
It gotta be-
I don't think we're gonna make or lose. No.
There's like 3 paragraphs, if you can't understand it in 20
I need to
minutes.
think
So.
about it.
Now,
I'll vote on it right now, and it's gonna be no, or I need to think about it and maybe let it soak in a bit.
Okay,
I mean, that's
we're
all.
not fine, we'll take
Other,
it.
yep, do we do the next one? Was there anything from Tall Grass?
Oh, they
So
moved.
Charlie, this took Bob's
I have to look at how they
Yes.
phrased this. They were gonna put the pipes like 1 foot lower, I think is what, than what they
That's it,
originally.
Dan.
Oh,
listed.
Yep.
1 foot deeper?
Yeah,
Oh,
so,
we've been here.
they adjusted the
Very
agreement
soft.
for that,
Okay.
but,
Who's?
so that was in our favor.
Sure. Yeah.
So-
You're-
Oh, okay.
Because actually,
Who
we
removed
mentioned that, it was.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's good. Yeah.
Pretty good.
Yeah, so I was making sure the.
He had was London.
Somebody,
Yeah,
somebody along the route.
You worked on my truck.
Because
Yeah.
that is the backwards to get it done. Yeah. If one guy says I want to
So,
deep, it's gonna
I guess I'll have to make a motion to table it.
Second.
Yeah.
Oh, something like that.
But that's basically
That's.
nothing on the route.
No, just, that was the only thing.
So we've taken care of.
So did we come up with how many miles it is yet, or,
Items.
I mean, I could do the math.
Oh, yeah, do the math.
That's what
They got it
I
wrote
said.
down.
You said this was good in 20 minutes, I need to
See,
figure this out.
Then you're supposed to come out and see it.
Miles per
Both
quarter.
of us.
That. Is there anything from budget documents? Have you seen anything that we need?
Yeah, I got
John just
the,
does, but
I got the bill guys for the tractor for
Fishing
the
boats
seal
or
and all that.
Okay.
It isn't itemized, I got it.
And can I have a copy of one?
Yeah, you can take that,
I'm
yep.
gonna say.
It was like
Promise I won't-
34,
Well, I got 3 of them, so no big deal. I made 3 of them.
It was like $3,448.
3,400 bucks? Okay.
I think.
That's about right for the front end seal.
Okay. All right.
Sure.
Oh, and they did some,
They did a little, that was a little bit
Yeah,
more
I
than
know.
that.
Oh, did they?
I had that foam was coming off.
Oh, okay.
I had to fix that.
Well, that's just-
And then they changed oil.
oh,
So it all, it really does start.
I can get the,
Frickin' pond they're digging back there.
they
They
changed
put up
people
on
in there
there.
now. The other guy
You know,
used to
and they clean that out, build that up and build that corner up right there.
itemized, this is just a steam. So I can give you this, Lori, and I'll see if I can get it itemized.
Roger County.
Did he ever say anything to it?
And all of our
From there.
Because that's-
finance
yeah,
stuff,
Either county or
nothing's changed, we haven't adjusted any money or anything.
No,
I don't know.
the only thing was, more
Which mile you talking
this
about?
morning.
What's the
Yeah, I
mile
kinda
cemetery on Klosterman
I
Road?
don't think it's just a tree. I was
That's what I
talking
thought.
about.
Well, it's in Franklin Township, but.
Right, but
Which-
it's county.
The county takes care
I
of it.
didn't bring him in because I thought,
I'm
you have
guessing in
access
my
to him.
lifetime and
And she goes like, well, no,
he's
we
gonna be
don't.
the neighbor.
And I says,
Yeah.
the minute
Well,
she.
we probably won't because I they don't wanna add miles here, so we're not gonna add any.
Yeah.
I think that would be a county
situation
situation, so that you can
Yeah.
have
Yeah,
access
county
to
board.
it. They can't do any transactions,
Right.
so they can view it.
Sure.
And she
I
goes like,
didn't look
nope.
at that place.
Yes.
I go like,
Yes, yes.
I made the comment like,
County
well,
Franklin.
that's the
He's
Union
gonna
Bank.
go,
Thank them for doing that.
I'll get a hold of them, but I'll
Really?
get my statements.
like I'm.
No, you have to go to.
That's what we do.
If it's a county road, the county.
No, it's not.
Also, it's Franklin
County.
Township, so I go Franklin Township.
First, you gotta choose
Well,
Change
Talk
Well,
to them.
it's easy. I mean,
Well, when you
it works
know
good
that,
for you, though,
when you
Lord.
first started,
Yeah, but I mean, if you want
I
something
heard
cheap,
you go back there and I
it's
thought,
just
"Good
like
luck,
they
there's
don't
gonna
know
be
you get
such with
ads.
the drum back
Yeah.
there." He left a square on that side and I'm like,
We can't take
How's
over
that
Franklin
about?
roads or you
No,
know.
I'm fine staying there, but I'm just saying,
So-
it's just.
The best place to try, if it's Franklin's, then we'll be going to
You
Franklin.
guys ready to go and do?
It's kind of the same point as like doing
No.
36 instead of stopping.
Right,
That was our road talking.
You do that online, Lori?
yeah.
Yeah.
You'll be good.
I do it online,
Okay.
so.
He can top it into it, get my contract after Blizzard, because that doesn't ever.
Okay.
That mentally.
Behind
the trees, block all that down there, and then hit it, goes right that. Quarter mile, that was horrible.
Oh, good.
Haven't moved to town.
Can you read my mind?
Yes, we,
State
we,
law.
yes. Yes, we can read it, Doc.
All right.
Okay, what do you guys got?
In our conversations with Shane, there's no issues with the building, the pickup, the tractor, maintainer, nothing there, you know, mechanical wise, there's nothing going on. And
He's working on the magnet.
Okay. How's the pickup running?
Good.
Yeah.
We took it out the other day.
So what do you think?
Oh, you know what? I was impressed. I truly was impressed.
Good, I hope. I haven't get my ass chewed. Haven't sold it yet.
Then they cut it.
No, we haven't.
Yeah, it's gonna-
I just,
Frank's
That
just,
washed
he just got the
out.
title.
I just brought the titles here, so.
So it'll get there in this month, get done. Charlie.
Yeah, it'll be 2 weeks then, I suppose.
We
Not
put a,
Tuesday.
we put a new battery in it.
Okay. Yeah, he said something that was kinda crappy starting, so.
Then I went to hook it up and the
Okay.
positive side, the deal broke, so I have to put a new pin on. I got it, I just can't put it on.
Okay.
Everyone went down.
So I don't think we have anything else, and just a snippet between you and I, Charlie. We are still exploring the possibility of writing for grants and stuff, but we're trying to find grant writers and learn about doing that process, okay? That is still ongoing and working here, okay? All right.
Okay, I'll put the new pickup title back in Union Bank, okay?
Okay.
That's where I had the old one, so
Okay.
that way we all know where it's at.
Where's that?
Okay.
Who's got the keys to it then?
I have one.
Who else is on
And
it?
I don't know if anybody has.
I don't have a key.
The other ones, evidently, nobody ever
Nobody has
passed
the
on.
key.
So,
Did you look, see who's on it besides you?
I think any of us can.
Right.
Any of you guys?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I went in and signed paperwork
Yeah.
that said I was
You can
authorized
get into it.
and get into it, but
Yeah.
I don't have a
But
key.
you
You don't have a
gotta
key.
take-
You
yeah,
gotta
take
take
mine.
your key.
Yeah, And you're supposed to have two, so somewhere along the
Yeah,
years,
lost.
nobody turned it in or something. As long as we keep it, we're okay, otherwise you pay for a new lock.
Alright, fair enough.
I got a question for the joint meeting part. I was wondering if you could give the specs on the pickup, like the year, miles, price paid.
2007, 40,000 miles, Chevy 2500H, just a single door, regular cab.
Gas,
no
diesel?
alternator. What's that? Gas.
Gas.
Yes. Yep. Got a deck on it, has a snow plow in the front of it, so if anything, you can get out and move a little bit of snow, we can move light drifts with it. It's got a hitch on it, got ball hitch, got a receiver hitch, got plug for it for a trailer, if we need be. Warning light on top, warning lights on the front. Anything else, Shane, you can think of? I think that about covers it.
And the ride that I was in it for and the way it acted and everything was a positive experience.
Yeah, tires are excellent.
Yep.
I mean,
Was the snowplow new, or was that just?
no, absolutely. It was actually at the Oklahoma Science University is who had the truck.
Okay.
For the first 24,000 miles, and that was from 7 to 22, and then from 22 it went to another person that in 10 months they put 16,000 miles on it. So it was right at 40,000 when we got it.
Did that come from federal surplus?
No, that came from actually Gary Gross.
It was, he buys it from a fleet though.
Yeah, he might buy it for fleets is what he does.
What was the price?
35 with plow, deck, and everything.
And did you put a bed on it, or it had
Yes.
a bed on it?
We put a bed on, put a Bradford bed on.
35,000?
Yes,
Do you know,
07?
yes.
do you know what the bed cost?
3,200, I think. 32 or 3,300 put the bed on.
Did you guys look at the Blue Book value at all?
Yeah, it was pretty close to that in there.
This is a fully loaded LTZ Duramax. Max price and perfect condition, which the old trucks are in perfect condition. 19,800.
But you gotta remember, it's got a snowplow in the front of it too, so that's probably about another 7 or 8 grand to it. And all electronics and everything with it.
How do you get to 35,000 from that number?
We didn't need an LTZ, I guess it just to fit what we needed.
This is a diesel, you got the gas.
I know.
That knocks a lot of value off.
No, we wanted a gas.
Right,
Yeah,
but
I'm
he just
saying
saying
this-
diesel's another 7 grand.
Right.
This is the most you can pay for an 07 if you got a perfect
Seems
diesel.
overpriced.
Well, we found it and that's what we wanted to get, so we bought it. That's the way it was. I guess it works for what we need to do with it.
I don't know what, did you look at that pickup? Did you look at it personally?
Yeah, did you look at the
Did you
pickup?
look at
I've
this
seen
pickup?
it, that's the price for a
Did you look at
fully
this
loaded
pickup
diesel.
personally? Did you look at it?
Yeah,
Did you drive it?
it's a gas.
Did you drive it?
Type in
Did
gas on
did you
this,
drive
the value.
it? Did you drive this pickup? I'm asking one question. Did you drive this pickup?
I didn't drive the pickup,
Where is it located? Where was it located that you went and looked at it?
it was driving down Township Road.
Then how do you know it's for sale?
This is how you value.
Oh,
If you go to the bank
oh, I
and
thought
you
you
get a
found
loan-
a pickup for that.
No.
Oh, God.
I'm saying,
No,
you guys paid
I thought you had-
$35,000 for a truck that's
Just
not
go,
even
well,
worth.
go try to find one for that price. You go try to find one.
I've been looking since January. I'm intimately familiar with 06 and 07 LBZ Duramaxes right now, which is why when I kinda heard you guys paid over 30,000 for regular cab gas, my jaw kinda dropped to the floor, cause how many times have you guys said we don't have money to pay the lawyer to ask a question, but you'll
I
pay
don't think
twice
we've
what
ever
a
said
truck's
that.
worth?
We've never said that.
You'll pay
We've never
twice
said
what a
that.
truck's worth, it's in black and white, you can't argue with that.
There's a difference what it shows for value on there, and when we went and looked at the pickup and what the condition is of, no
That's
rust on.
perfect condition diesel,
Oh,
fully loaded.
yeah, I've seen perfect condition that they have, and you get there, the box is all beat to shit. and-
That's not a truck for sale, that's the website that puts values
That's
on
the Blue
vehicles.
Book, that's Kelly Blue Book,
Yes.
yeah, that's telling us that. But there's, when you go out and buy a pickup, if you got an exceptional pickup, it's higher price. This was an exceptional pickup we looked at, because all the stuff was done to it, everything was fixed on it. So that's why, and we all agreed to it. All the both townships agreed to it, so. I didn't buy it myself.
No, we all agree.
Yeah, we all agreed to it.
Yeah.
We thought it was a good fit for the township and.
I'm not saying the truck's bad, I'm saying you spent about $20,000 too much.
Well, I don't, I did my 5 minutes, so.
All right. Fair enough. I think we need, Jeremy,
We wanna bring up on that book. The logbook.
Oh, the logbook that we talked about the last meeting for personal driving.
Yeah,
Change
yeah,
things
personal
off.
stuff. Oh, sure, sure.
We were gonna make a log, or we talked about making a log this meeting, or do you wanna do it, or do you want me to do it, or what do you wanna do, guys? Like, for reimbursement for like, you know, like, cause it should be something that gets turned in, I believe, like every meeting, and then it goes to the next month's bills and what, you know. I mean, I don't care about a few miles.
We shouldn't need
Shouldn't need to, but if it in case there is.
Right,
Yeah, you can have it in your thing, and,
Yeah.
if, like, you know what I mean, like, if you have to go to Lincoln to pick up a part for the township, and I just think it's fair that you just fill out a log and turn it in.
absolutely. And I think it'd be fine to have a logbook located in the building and, or in the pickup, one of the, you know, wherever's a natural place for it, so that if I'm using, I got bits last winter, as an example. I picked up bits and stuff and drove the other house. Always change. Okay. The point is that, yeah, had I known there, you know, if we had that kind of thing in place, I certainly would have turned.
And I'm not concerned either, like, for driving a few miles,
Sure.
but I'm just saying, like, the overall thing, like, if we.
Right,
If I go to put a barricade up 2 miles down the road, I ain't gonna write anything down, but.
Right.
So, I had an idea, would just be a basic generic thing on a piece
Certainly.
of paper.
Absolutely.
That everyone could have,
Absolutely.
everybody, and then if you go somewhere, you just write out like, whatever. Date,
Sure.
22 miles, barricades,
Yeah.
The easiest thing right now.
and then just turn it into meetings.
Yeah.
The easiest thing right now is to go to Sat Brothers and just buy $1.99. Throw it on the dash of your pickup. It's easy, you fill it out every day, fill out the miles, just like a semi driver. I had to fill them out every day when I ran, it was plain simple, so if you got it, then you can bring that, cause there's 2 copies and then you can bring a copy in it for the meeting.
So, back, Charlie. I run this small business, I mow lawns, I do stuff, you know, and stuff like that. So, I show up, as an example, it says 2 Columbus to mow, start.
And hopefully we won't have to use yours.
Right,
Something like that.
So I could do this in this kind of book and you'd have it, okay, got it.
Yeah.
I think
Yep.
it don't matter, whatever we have, and just bring it in.
Yeah, whatever log, bring it to the
Got it,
meeting.
got it.
So everybody just do it if you drive 30
Yeah.
miles somewhere or something.
Log is plain simple.
It works for me.
Since you're talking about that, last time I was here, I think that's when the townships decided to go 50-50 on the grader, and you're gonna show mapping, which roads got covered. Is that mapping of the grader, how is that coming? Is that something we can look at? What roads got traveled? You got mapping on that new grader, right?
Oh, absolutely, yeah, yeah.
Yep.
Sure.
I don't know how it looks on, how does that work? for
It's
the-
done on a monthly basis.
Who can look, I mean, anyone should be available, but I don't know how it works.
So the tip, for the longest time, Sam, I took time to download the results. All right. So what happens is, this is a practical thing.
But I don't like our constituents.
There's a
You know what I mean?
cat, there's a
They
cat
have this, not, you know.
employee, and at the end of the month, prior to the monthly meeting, he sends us the last month's run hours and stuff, okay? And so that's setting there. I had got in the habit, now I'm out of the habit of downloading that and actually bringing it to the meeting so that, you know, Greg had looked at it before, et cetera. So Greg just asked me, can you show me, that's how he knew that there was a subsection in Summit Township that is dedicated exclusively to the chicken house areas and the heavy routes that are there. And so he wanted to see a map of exactly what roads are inside that, because our report is broken into 2 parts, the chicken house part and the rest of the township. So, yeah.
So for the other constituents or anybody that wants it,
Sure.
what's the protocol or how does that work? Then,
Well-
like, you know, you just show them or can they access? I have it, but I don't know what a big deal is if they can get it or not, because there ain't nothing to hide.
Is it just on a little zip drive and you give somebody and it shows the last year's,
He sends a PDF.
He-
Yeah, he
Oh,
sends
okay.
PDF.
Yeah, and I just print it out and I bring it to the meeting. I just gotta get back in the habit of doing it, that's all.
You just
So
email
where
it to
do we
me.
figure between the
But-
50-50, who is getting more in a year or?
Approximately 4 months or so ago, Pat, four months or so ago, Jeremy and you were sitting there, and I thought, maybe Charlie was on the board at that point, I don't know. Anyway, we had that discussion, and we looked at it, and we didn't see where there was a huge discrepancy that we needed to say, oh, it's, you know, it's now 65, 35, 65 in Ollie and 35 in Summit. That wasn't what was happening. And so it was at that moment
real close to even.
So you guys were getting a good deal when it was 60-40 or whatever. It wasn't quite that extreme.
And
Ollie
actually,
was paying more than you guys, I think.
in all actuality, we discussed that, cause you guys had mentioned that with AGP and taking back Fairgrounds Road, there's more time spent out. But on the flip side of that coin, when they were building the chicken houses and before we had rock on every road, we were spending more time there.
Mm-hmm.
Now, that's what Don was trying to explain. We have that separated out from Summit Township. Now we don't spend any more time on that road than we do other roads.
So there's no truth that the city took over a portion of 36 Road?
Yeah, the city took over.
Half a mile.
That's what we were discussing earlier.
Oh, they took over
That's where
3/4.
the argument was.
Or no, half mile, yeah, ours.
Are they going to Dufex or further away?
That's all for their going.
Just to do.
Just to the yard?
Yeah.
Yes. That's what the city annexed.
Actually stops
City
before
annex.
the
But
It stops before the road.
starts right before that goes,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
They pull into Matt Ogre's field.
right,
That's where,
right.
if I don't do it all, that's where I turn around.
So are they going north on that road to Aurora Co-op then that you used to have?
That's town annex too,
The
yes.
city's doing that?
No, we have the
Well,
interlocal agreement right now.
It was
So
ours.
we have to redo it if we're gonna.
It was ours, and then the city annexed it, but we help them out.
Okay.
And then I help them out past, so what I got is from the railroad tracks to the half-mile line, so it'd be about 3/4 of a
I
mile.
was wondering what was going on.
And then a mile to the north on M Road, and then, well, up to the railroad tracks by Hollow Box.
Right.
And then I go
About
across,
900 feet from A
and
Street.
then A Street I got down just past the bridge, where
Right.
that gas pump deal, or the natural gas deal is, it sticks out of the ground, I turn
Yeah.
around.
And then 900 feet to the east is that's city. That used to be ours.
Ours, and road,
Yeah.
which, I mean, yeah, I'm gonna go to the highway no matter what.
Right,
I
right.
gotta turn around at night.
And so the city has it, we've been getting paid from the city to do it for 1 year, and now we have to
We
stop.
go a little west, the city went a little west.
So,
I thought they were getting greater than anyway.
Okay, I didn't realize that.
And then 900 feet.
That was been 1 year, Pat, we've been doing
Yes,
that.
yes.
Yes.
1 year.
And then the city don't do any snow removal or anything out there, correct?
No, yeah,
Yes,
they do.
no, they help.
They helped.
They help. He just
I
has to
just
come
moved-
in when it gets tough, but if he can.
When
Yeah,
I went, when
it's
I
not
went,
a full-time,
when
it's
I
not,
went, I didn't, when I went with snow, I didn't do M Road at all, I didn't do county will do A Street because they don't wanna turn around at the bridge, they just go ahead and go into town. Turn around and come back, so they'll do that, the county does it in the winter time, they won't do it for grading, I don't know whether they want to do that little 900 feet. And then, but when I come in on Fairgrounds, I just went all the way to Fairgrounds and turned around and came back. And all I did there is just blew it open with the plow so he could go out there with the equipment, and he took the loader and shoved it back into the deal. And he kept it open after that. So, that's all I did, that's all I helped him with this winter, is just, I went through, I think twice I had to go through it.
right.
The second time wasn't as bad, you know,
But that's gonna change too.
yeah, if they built that road.
Yes, because, and I didn't get able to go to that other meeting on getting that road up, so that'll change and create that a lot better road, cause they're gonna raise that probably 3 foot, hopefully, in there.
What are they gonna raise?
From Dufex to town,
Oh, okay.
because it's got such a swell, they can't get the water to run, so they're talking about raising the whole road 3 foot, and then they're gonna raise the ditch up to their culvert, cause their culverts are, how would he say, the height was enough to get drained, like 20 hundredths to drain it, and there's a 48-inch culvert on the corner that they're gonna remove, and they're gonna put it to grade, which takes it down, which gives them about a half a foot drop, so everything would run if everything gets graded up, so that's what they're talking about doing.
Yeah, cause it's a mess now.
Yeah, and the funny thing is, all these people, nobody knows here because they're too young, but the funny thing was, they took a picture when that road flooded, and it exactly shows where Mother Nature says that water should go across Tugger's hayfield.
Yeah.
He took a picture from the elevator from the top, Oh, I got it on my phone, I'm gonna have to show you that, because that's, proof right there. That water should run south through Hilger's hayfield, and that's the way it's always been, but his dad changed that when they made gated pipe and blocked it all. And it's been that way for I don't know how many years, but that's why that road is an issue all the time. And there, if you look at the road on Fairgrounds, there's a culvert going underneath the road, right where it should drain into Hilger's. But it's all been blocked, you know, and all this stuff has gotten through.
Okay.
What does it drain into, Halifax, into a?
Yeah, but there's a dam there. It goes into that creek on Halifax, and there's a dam to pick it up. That's the whole deal that's supposed to happen.
Yeah, it goes all the way down, yeah.
I'm gonna make a
Gentlemen,
motion to accept
all I've got
the
left to
treasurer's
do is sign a piece of paper and pay bills.
Did
Okay.
you guys figure out how to unclog your clogged culverts?
Do what now?
Did you figure out how to unclog your clogged culverts?
No. No. But that doesn't mean that I quit thinking about it.
The thing I saw was they fish a cable through and then bolt that to a tire, since the tire can bend and conform, and it pulls all the crap
I've
out.
seen that on YouTube.
If that works out, so we will work on that. All right. Thank you. All right.
Adjourn?
So,
Yeah, let's call it, 8:55 or adjourn. Make a motion.
I mean,
Yeah, I added it into the monthly bills and so he included it in.
oh, okay, I didn't know how you guys ended up doing it.
Yeah, he was going on vacation, so.
Yes, we both have fun, so that's easy enough to do, yeah.
But I got it sent and everything and.
Yeah, because otherwise we'll get.
Next meeting.
Thursday.
It's
Thursday.
So where are we
Thursday
at?
hour.
Is that our second? First year meeting?
Job.
First year's no grant.
Thursday after the Wednesday.
I think it was the second.
We were in a
There's
Thursday.
a-
Thursday after the first Wednesday, and then you hook on like flexible one behind it. And a big cone, is that cutting edge, you know, bus, dump
Oh,
guys.
yes.
Like poly, right now.
We have one.
Plus I wanna drive around doing
This
some
is
shit.
about
about nothing.
40,000,
Yeah,
yeah.
you know what I mean?
Like 3 days. Yeah.
That would be best, cause I'm gonna be on.
See Sam.
on-
See Joe.
And we'll do that.
3%.
Oh, yeah, we got it.
Afternoon.
No,
2 or 3 or 4.
And I've always thought when,
Look me up for
water
it.
is dead,
Yeah, I'll just.
you use a transfer pump with a nozzle, but going backwards, kinda like shooting it does.
Let's do that, that'd be great.
Run through it so
Now, at
it's
least I
getting
know
mud
what I'm
backwards.
talking about.
Yeah,
Well, I mean,
your
I'm sure
job
it's
is
hard to say anything you don't know. You know?